Hey Sagittarius, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your January 2022 energy check. So we're going to check out what your energy is for the new year. And we're going to do the old wise tree spread and then just kind of see what wants to happen. I am calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anyone else. And this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, placements. Let's see what you got going on here. We're going to do that old wise tree spread first. Here we go. I'm going to move this so you can see the cards. Okay. I already did a whole spread for you, and for whatever reason, the whole recording just stopped. So there's something that wanted to come out in a different way, and we are just going to look at that. Some of the same cards are coming out as before, but let's see what's going on. Okay, Sagittarius, we're going to go around and clarify all of this too, get some advice, energy that you don't see coming. Let's see what's going on. So the first thing I'm noticing is the heart of the situation. The heart of the situation is talking about some kind of choice, crossroads, a crossroads type of choice that needs to be made. This is also perhaps the end of a partnership, the end of a marriage, or the end of some kind of partnership that had been leveled up at one time. Or there's some kind of decision in not leveling up a partnership at this time, coming from a place of some kind of reconciliation. So here's new energy. Here's possibly new energy from the past being reconciled, or new energy coming into a relationship, seeing it in a new way, seeing love in a new way, or seeing partnership in a new way, coming from this place, and then some kind of choice having to be made from this position. Okay, happening now and into the near future, we've got the married queen. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. She trusts herself. She knows she's a hot commodity. She also knows how to use her resources, how to get resources if she doesn't have them: time, energy, effort, love, money, information, education, all sorts of anything that can be a resource. What's interesting is this is moving into that energy, or moving into a situation where you are in communication, back and forth, understanding with this person. The big picture is talking about all sorts of different opportunities or different options, but focusing on one. And your advice is talking about some kind of sneaky monkey energy here, but in the past. So your advice is talking about focusing or acknowledging some kind of lying, cheating, stealing that went on in the past. This can be planning that didn't happen in the past. Can also be self-sabotage that happened in the past. Let's go ahead and start clarifying, because I want to know about that. This is your advice. It's talking about focusing on that in some way. So I want to know how, focusing on that in what way? Right. It looks like there's some kind of commitment, a commitment to self, but this is some kind of new passionate endeavor. I think it has a lot to do with this reconciliation. It has a lot to do with this starting over, starting new, starting fresh, bringing something back from the dead kind of thing. And this is about making a judgment call. So this judgment call that's being made to move into some intrinsic stability. Your advice is talking about, I'm hearing letting bygones be bygones, but this is about committing to making some kind of reference to this lying, cheating, stealing in the past. Okay, I want to look at this judgment card. And again, this judgment card is having to do with this reconciliation, this new agreement, this new commitment, this new decision. Let's look at the Hierophant. The Hierophant is talking about some kind of repetitive non-commitment, repetitive arguments about non-commitment, and this choosing the path has been something difficult to overcome. It feels like there's a lot of communication around this. Perhaps a lot of communication around this to make someone else feel safe. Let's look at that. Yep, here it is. The safe, literally. There's something that is having to be done regarding commitment in order to feel safe yourself or in order to make someone else feel safe. Let's look at this choosing, right? I feel like somebody's reconciling after some non-commitment type activity. Let's just say that for now. Here's this, I'm focusing on one person rather than all of these other people. And it looks like there's some, again, with a sneaky foxy here, there's been some kind of upset around lots of different options. It's brought on lots of different burdens for someone, possibly two people, possibly both involved. Your higher self is talking about wishes and dreams being fulfilled. And this is about working really hard and diligently on obtaining these wishes and desires. This is starting fresh, starting new again. I feel like this is pursuing something in a different way, pursuing wishes and dreams in a different way, but starting over, pursuing that reconciliation. And this is like the feeling of being lucky, the feeling of being lucky, the feeling of being safe and secure. There's also this King of Pentacles up here, the King of Diamonds. So this is the counterpart for this Queen of Pentacles over here too. So I feel like this masculine energy is recognizing possibly that they have luck on their side or feeling like they have luck on their side. However, they're also recognizing that they have to work really hard for it. They have to stay diligent from this past endeavor. So endeavors, different options, different opportunities. Okay, so releasing this healing component here. This is in the position to release this, but when this card is reversed for me, it's like all of those swords that have happened over a period of time, somebody stabbing somebody in the back. When it's reversed, it's like they're all falling out slowly, but they are falling out. So this is a healing card, but it's in this position to release this. So there's some kind of healing that is not taking place here, or someone saying, I'm still feeling stabbed in the back. I'm trying to heal from this, but I haven't really healed from this yet. And then there's this, I have resistance to, in the resistance position, abundance and growth. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody say that somebody got a get out of jail free card. This is like somebody's missing an opportunity here. Somebody's not recognizing what's going on, or they are, and they're going ahead and they're like giving somebody a second chance anyway. It's like there's going to be some kind of like walking into my demise type feeling here. And they're either just like keeping the red flag to themselves, or they're just not dealing with the red flag. Somebody's not really sitting in their Empress energy. They feel as though they are being called out of their worth, or they feel as though they're not being treated the way they need to be treated in order to feel abundant and safe and like the Empress, right? They're talking about stability. They're talking about being able to build together. They're talking about being able to move forward away from troubled waters, so to speak, choppy waters, tumultuous relationship type stuff, emotional stuff, and like on to the next, on to the new. Somebody's talking about giving this a chance, even though they don't think that the other person is really being honest or can be even faithful or truthful, is what I'm hearing. Let's look at past, present, future. So in the past, this has caused a lot of burden, stress, and strain, a lot of sleepless nights, staying up, anxiety. really being in your head, and somebody's really thinking about somebody else. And debauchery, like the Three of Cups here too, like this would be like a third party situation. Somebody's really upset about this. It looks like somebody got back together with someone, recommitted, dealing with all this past non-commitment type activity. And even though there's been some, maybe even somebody like gave somebody some money in order to make them feel safe, or did something financial for them in order to build trust or something like that. But either way, it looks like this person is not feeling trustful of this relationship or the situation. Let's look at present time energy. So present time, it looks like someone's hands are tied. They're stuck in self-imposed limitations. Somebody's still thinking about the past, but they're not talking about it. They're not saying that. They're sitting with their old ideas or their old stories or the old truths that were. They're not able to move forward and move on. And then in the trajectory, we've got this giant change card. Big change, big epiphany. This would be an internal epiphany, you know, blow you out of the water type of change or understanding. Let's take a look at this. So I'm looking at this Eight of Swords. Somebody is kind of holding on to these messages. I don't know if these are email messages or actual messages or text messages or messages that they're receiving, like intuitive messages, but it's almost like somebody is just, oh yeah, I'm hearing somebody's in denial, or they're trying to be in denial. They see the red flags, but then here is just going over and over. It's like they're saying the same things to themselves over and over, or they have the same stories. They can't get this debauchery out of their mind. What happened in the past, this lying, cheating, stealing, they can't get it out of their mind, even though there's this new commitment energy overlying everything. So they're still hearing these messages or seeing these messages, and somebody is really not talking about it. They're internalizing all of this. They're trying to look forward to the future, but I would say this is a lot of incubation type energy. They're trying to figure out like what's going to happen, what's going to come forward. It's kind of like they're waiting to see what's happening. They're waiting to see what's going to happen. Right. Here's the deal. Here's the Nine of Cups again. So your higher self is talking about the Nine of Cups having to work really hard for this, starting something new. Here's this rider that's coming in. So this big change is very well starting something new. It looks like there's somebody else involved and it stops for a while, or at least it's on hold for a while, but then there's some kind of process that happens again. There's some kind of cycle that happens again. Okay, what I want to do here, because this very much looks like a romance spread, I want to look at some romance cards. I want to look at the situation. So let's do that, Sag. We're going to take a look at the situation with this person, your energy around the situation, the person who you're thinking about, their energy around the situation. We've got the Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords is super clear about what her intrinsic intention is. She is a no nonsense type of queen. She's connected with her higher self and her truth, and she doesn't want to mess around or play with anything that's shady, anything that's foggy, not clear. Okay, it also looks like this would be somebody speaking their truth. Like these are my intentions. This is what I'll accept. This is what I'll not accept. This is what it is. And then we have the World. This is starting a new chapter. So it does look like somebody has accepted, if you choose to accept this mission, somebody's accepted something and they're saying, yes, I'm going to walk through this threshold and I'm going to start this over. This is also the ending of one cycle and the beginning of another. Wow. And here is complete divine timing at play. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. somebody's really walking into a situation like, okay, with the best intentions, and they're releasing the burdens and releasing the stress and releasing the strain. So this feels like somebody accepted the new terms. Somebody created some terms and they were accepted, and everybody, it's almost like somebody's like, I am walking through like things in the past never happened. But in that last spread, it looks like somebody's not able to really release that. It looks like they're really trying to. Looks like they're really trying to. So this is your energy, Sagittarius. Your energy is like, okay, I am being anything that I was depleted of in the past, any resources I was depleted of in the past, I'm recouping those things. I am trying to fill back up all of that energy that was drained from me. And here I am being put up on a pedestal. Here I am coming through a complete battlefield, coming through victorious, even though this stuff really sucked in the past. Right now, I'm feeling victorious. People are acknowledging me. I'm being seen for who I am. This is a lot of betrayal, but it's reversed. So for me, this is like betrayal in the past, could be self-sabotage in the past, some kind of people being really dishonest, people being really mind gamey in the past. I feel like this is, I'm trying to leave that in the past. I'm trying to, I know what my complete emotional fulfillment is. And it's almost like you're talking about how this has been lost, but this is also talking about, okay, what's next? What can happen now? Let's take a look at the energy of the person that you're thinking about. This person is talking about building, starting to put the bricks back into the bridge, the yellow brick road. So somebody's accepting an offer, somebody's making an offer, and it's at the beginning stages. Here's the moon, here's illumination. I feel like somebody's talking about being transparent. Things have to be completely open. And here's this King of Wands. They're talking about this energy of a king who is very passionate, knows exactly what he wants. He is going to get what he wants, doesn't take no for an answer. It's not like it's a possibility. It's like, no, we make things happen. This person wields energy like a mofo. So they're talking about this type of energy, and they're talking about wanting that energy in this new way of looking at this relationship. Okay. Yeah, and they are talking about fast and furious going forward. Both of these victory cards, this Six of Wands and this Chariot, they're talking about really moving forward into something that works. They're wanting to use this King of Wands energy. Like, they really want to believe this. They really want to make this fiery energy propel this relationship forward. Let's take a look at the energy that binds the two of you together. So it looks like you are recouping energy that you feel like that has been drained from you. This other person is talking about like really fueling the fire and propelling forward. Yet I do want to mention that this is in the beginning. This is still in the beginning phases, but they are wanting to rebuild from that tower moment. It just looks like there's another tower moment that's about to happen, because that was the trajectory that was coming forward. So let's take a look at what binds the two of you together. Here's the King of Pentacles. So both of you are talking about solid, stable, secure lifestyle. Both of you are talking about the understanding that there's some kind of imbalance here. Something's not quite alchemizing. Something's on hold. We've got some major arcana here. So this would be some kind of understanding that both of you have around beliefs, belief system, programs. And also talking about past life relationships, talking about childhood. So talking about these programs that have been created in childhood, both of you are talking about those in relation to this relationship, bringing your own, recognizing each other's. Okay. And let's take a look at a possible outcome for this relationship, this situation in January. So we've got this third party, but it's reversed. So this is still overturned, but this is also falling out of some kind or the end of some kind of third party. Cutting things out that no longer serve you. So cutting extra relationships out, extra energy out, cutting away programs and themes and patterns that don't serve you, being action oriented about this. This is also somebody coming out of some kind of hibernation or something that they were hiding from themselves. And this is coming together, trying to make something work together, kindred spiritship. Let's look at some energy that you don't see coming, Sag. So it does look like we're in the phase of the cycle where things are working forward, working together to make something happen. And we're looking at energy that you don't see coming. Here's a gift. Adjudication. Yeah, I do feel like someone feels like this is a gift, like being given a second chance at something. Somebody's decided to give someone a gift, give someone a second chance. There's just, this feels like, here's the occupation card. This feels like work to someone to do this. Like they're really trying hard to do this, but they are giving this a chance. I also feel like someone's talking about work, talking about that's what's on their mind. Yeah, here's the Lover's card. So if someone had some kind of situation where they met someone at work or met someone somewhere that had to do with business, energy that you don't see coming is still the energy of someone like giving this chance, giving this new go ahead, but still being stuck in their thoughts about what has happened in the past. Let's take a look at messages of love, Oracle Sagittarius, and see what's going on here. And the first thing that comes up is finances. So financial challenges are affecting this connection. I feel like there's this certain type of lifestyle that's wanting to be experienced, and partially part of this relationship coming together has to do with that type of security. Someone wants to feel like in that past spread, like the Empress, but they have resistance to it because they're feeling like the Empress isn't just about material things. It's also about confidence and emotional safety and security and recognition. It's about authenticity, what they will accept, what they won't accept based on what they feel like they deserve. So there's something about worth here, feeling worthy. Yeah, there's some self-care that needs to go on here, Sagittarius. Some serious self-care. Clear your energy field. Focus on yourself before acting. There's some acceptance. I feel like there's a need for some acceptance of this cycle because it does seem like a cycle that repeats itself. Soulmate, and that's going right over the soulmate card, that Six of Cups here. So your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. There's a karmic aspect here with all of these cycles that are happening, and there is karma that's wanting to be worked out. And I feel like the soulmate card is also talking about what that feels like, because that Empress is saying, I want to feel like the Empress, but there's resistance to feeling like the Empress with what's going on. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. If that isn't happening, if the Empress isn't feeling loved or accepted or respected unconditionally, if there's some kind of transactional thing going on here, that is exactly why that Empress would be repressed. So keeping that in mind, Sagittarius, let's see, let's take a look at your romance oracle. What do the romance angels want to say to you? Okay, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This lifestyle that's wanting to be experienced and shared could very well have to do with that kind of security, codependence. And that self-care and acceptance of the cycles, there's a need to uncover that. There's a need to unveil what the codependency is about. And this could very well be a marriage situation or someone you've been in a relationship with for a long time. Yeah, and there's some kind of reconciliation that's just happened or that is happening. Okay, I want to ask, what does this person want to say to you? Sagittarius, what does this person that you're thinking about, what do they want to say? Ooh, we need to let each other go. I feel like that has to do with the codependency. What else? I'll pull two more. What does this person want to say to you? Whoa, we both know I am not the one for you. That is some crazy harsh energy there, but whoever this is for, you'll know the timing just wasn't right for us with the reconciliation. Somebody wasn't ready to move forward with these promises. Somebody just wasn't ready. They were still in their cycles, even if they had the best intentions. All right, let's take a look at the moon oracle here, moonology. What else do your angels and guides want to tell you, Sag? Ooh, the end of a tough cycle approaches. We'll pull two more of these. And then I'm going to pull a magpie oracle. It's time to take action. Balance spirituality and practicality. I feel like this person tried to do this, tried to start fresh, start new, do something different, but they did so without being fully healed. They're still in their patterns, and the balance, spirituality, and practicality, that's still needing to happen for this person. They're not complete with their cycle of healing just yet. Okay, let's pull magpie and just see. I keep feeling like, oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. I was just going to say, I keep feeling like that Tower card was the beginning of another cycle of, it's kind of a trauma cycle where whatever this person was doing that they said they weren't going to do anymore, somehow it starts again. And when I was thinking of that, this little shark comes out. So this shark is like a predator. And it also reminds me of, Dexter, like the dark passenger. Like they're trying to quell something, but after a little bit, the dark passenger just comes back and it needs to be quelled again. There's some kind of predator type energy around this that this person got or learned or figured out when they were a child. And that is kind of starting over again. Wow. So this was pretty heavy, Sag, but that's what I have for you. Let me know how this resonated for you, and I'll be back in a couple of days. Talk to you soon.